Greetings everyone and welcome to another traditional draft of Forgotten Realms this time. And this pack has, I think, 4 cards I would be happy to first pick. Meteor Swarm, Dragon's Fire, I think this is the order. Meteor Swarm, Dragon's Fire, Reaper's Talisman and an Owlbear. I might be overvaluing this card, but I think it's just such a sweet spot, for a 5 mana card. It's not that expensive, and the value you get out of it is so much. I mean, you put the card and you get the 4/4 Trampler. It's so great. So I'm happy to first pick this. But out of this pack, it would be my 4th pick. Meteor Swarm is just, of course, crazy good bomber. Reaper's Talisman, very good, but I think I would still take the Dragon's Fire over it, although if you want to take the Reaper's Talisman over Dragon's Fire, I don't think it's that bad. But yeah, this rare is just too good, giving you valuable 2-for-1s, which also give you tempo value, so I'm just I'm just picking that. But what what happened? First of all, this thing is a pretty good bomb. I mean, it is. This Trample Haste, and it can just grow just like that. But there's no uncommon being taken, and there's a Dragon's Fire here, which I think is the best common in the set. So someone took a common over Dragon's Fire and the rare here. Also the Hunter's Mark is pretty good. Wow. I'm taking the Froghemoth, but by the way, even though the Dragon's Fire would match up with my first pick, this is just too good to ignore here. Yeah, I mean, I'm passing 2 Dragon's Fires, that's pretty annoying, but can I just pass this? This is a game-winning bomb. I mean, if your opponent doesn't have a block for this thing, this is often going to get at least like 1 or maybe 2 counters, and then it's a 6/6 right away. It's just, I'm not gonna pass that. Okay, so no red here, so I passed 2 great red cards, and well, I'm not gonna pass a great red card from here, but sadly this pack has nothing good for me. I'm not even sure I like most of these cards, like Guild Thief, Charmed Sleep, Minimus, Containment. I think the Herd Culture is quite playable, but it's just too early to pick it when I have already 2 pretty expensive cards in here. I want to have something cheap, but there's just nothing for my colors. So I have to just take into account the possibility that maybe I won't be able to play these colors, or one of these colors at least. So I take the card that is going to be most useful. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the Charmed Sleep, Guild Thief, or something like that. The Containment is okay. I don't like it. I like it worse than this. I take the Charmed Sleep, but I really don't know what I should take there. I kind of hope either red or green would be open, but you can see this pack now. There's no red or green worth picking here. There's a black-blue, the good 2-drop. There's also the Eccentric Apprentice. With this thing I would have maybe wanted to have the Guild Thief instead. But I'm willing to ignore my first 2 picks if the colors are just not open. I'll take the Cradle of Baldur's Gate. The Eccentric Apprentice would be okay, but this is just, better, so I'll take the better card. And if I have to go black-blue, that's what I do. Okay, Soulknife Spy, and still nothing great for green or red. Some playable ones, but nothing great. The Cradle in combination with the Soulknife Spy is amazing, because whenever you attack, this means whenever you attack with any creature, you may pay 2 mana, and if you do, a target creature can't be blocked. In this case, the Soulknife Spy, so this is pretty good combination here. And then there's a Kaline here. Okay then, there's some, I don't know. I'm not gonna take Kaline because the only red card is Meteor Swarm, and all these cards are blue. I think it's gonna be black-blue, but there's also a dungeon map, though. Dungeon map, Rhyme Shield, First Giant, Deadly Dispute. I don't think the Dispute is quite that amazing. Kaline is very good, but can I move somehow to black-red here suddenly? I mean, I could. I have still the Meteor Swarm for that combination, but I would have to abandon all these cards. I take the dungeon map. That goes to any deck, I think. And then there's randomly a green dragon here. What is going on? So nothing that has, I mean, I haven't seen like green cards at all. And suddenly there's a green dragon, which is totally not the greatest dragon, but it's still a 6 mana for flyer. With about the enters the battlefield ability, which is, you know, could be significant sometimes, not always. But there's another Soulknife spy, so I think I'm gonna go that route. When I started going that route, I'm gonna continue that route. If I find thieves' tools and all that stuff, I can make this thing pretty good. I think this might just be an anomaly because I didn't see any green cards there. And what the? And there's a Knoll Hunter now, so I could have taken the green dragon, and now I could have gotten a Knoll Hunter and still, get green something here. Maybe even green blue, who knows? And now black is not open for the Cradle at all, so what is going on? Now that I didn't take the green dragon, I'm not sure if I want to play the Knoll Hunter. I guess I could. I could take the Clever Conjurer too, but I could be green blue. That's a possibility now. I'm not taking the white card. Okay, I'll take the freaking Hunter here. I'm not happy. Alright, so here. Well, I'm not taking these green cards. Okay, secret door. Well, I suppose I get the dungeon map. There's a Deadly Dispute and Sepulchral Goal. I don't like the goal in blue-black. Deadly Dispute is always kind of okay. Definitely better in the decks that can utilize the treasures a bit better. I think I'll take the secret door there after all. It was a very late pick there. Okay, so I got a late Charmed Sleep, but Manticore. Manticore is good with the spy because this is gonna be bulked by anything, and then if it's a big creature, I can kill it with the Manticore. But I think I'll still take a Charmed Sleep here. Baleful Beholder. This is a best of 3, so sideboarding is a thing. I have a dungeon map that can accelerate into it. I'm not sure if I like to have the Manticore that much. Okay, I'll take the Beholder now. And then there's some cards, I don't know. Shocking Grasp, well, it is kind of playable. Okay, now there's a very good blue-green card. Yeah, my only 2 cards are the Cradle, black cards are the Cradle and the Baleful Beholder. Now there's a Yuan-Ti, and there's also Displacer Beast. But this is amazingly good. How do my creature types? A couple of elves, couple of rogues, but still a bunch of okay, the elves and rogues are the same cards mostly. Yeah. Human elf rogue. Oh yeah, this is half elf. Right. So wallow and stay with the green here. I mean, I kind of hate that I didn't take the green dragon there, but I mean, the pick is between the Yuan-Ti and the YOLO. Or Wallow, sorry, not YOLO. Yeah, maybe YOLO is a good name for this thing too, but Yuan-Ti. I mean, I kind of like the idea to still have the black, but this is just so good. And I have the Frogemoth, so okay, I'm happy I didn't get any great black card here, because that would have been annoying to pass the black and get something great black. I think I'll take the blue dragon. If I get some green ramping up. Yeah, I don't think I care about the other ones. Sure, let's take the blue dragon, and this is gonna be green blue with the wallow now. I will cut the Meteor Swarm, I will cut the Baleful Beholder and the Cradle, and that's pretty much it. I mean, in terms of the cards, I could play all of these cards in the main deck, but we will see how it goes. So 2 elves and 2 rogues, but they actually are the same card. Most other creatures in here, which I only have 7 of, have unique creature types, so the wallow will give me those copies, which are incredibly strong. Yeah, I don't recall having that many times drafted the black-blue. I kind of want to get there, especially, get all the synergy cards, because this thing with Thieves' Tools is amazingly, of course, strong. Everyone sees that. Both are commons, and they are cards that you can get, you don't have to first pick them, you can get them a bit later too. But this is green-blue now, and there's a Knoll Hunter, but there's a purple worm. It is just insanely good, and I will take it. This can even come back based on the earlier pack, but yeah, it's a pretty easy pick. Worm here. And now I'm definitely interested in some kind of mana acceleration. This spell book is not very good. I mean, it's actually pretty bad in my opinion. so I'm not gonna take that. Now there is the Thieves Tools, although if I would be playing blue-black, I think I just would take another Cradle here in that case. For me, the pack is fairly weak. I could take the Bard. The Bard is actually useful with the Soulknife Spice, because then the opponent can't trade with any small creatures with it. So I'll think with two of the Spice, I'll take the Bard here now. And Spoils of the Hunt, Arcane Investigator, Death Toucher. I think all of these are reasonable choices here. And given that I don't have a lot of 2-drops and I have a very focused, I'm focused on the late game here. I think I'm gonna take the defensive creature here. This seems to be the correct choice now over the removal and the investigator here. I want to just be able to block and trade and then get good stuff going on in the late game. Am I gonna take the herbalist here? Compelled duel. I don't think I'm gonna splash for anything. This is a lizard druid. Do I have those? Don't have a lizard, don't have a druid, so it works with the BO3. I think I'm slightly more likely to play the herbalist than the compelled duel, so let's take it. And here, there's a bag of holding here. Don't really like it too much. There's a spiked beat trap, but I suppose I have a couple of these charmed sleeps for removal. Might just take the investigator. I don't think I need a 6-drop here when I have a bunch of expensive things here already. Let's take the investigator. And I got a, well, wow, decision here. I mean, I would even play the Dryad here because I want to ramp up, but I'm not taking it over these things. I think I usually would take the Gnoll Hunter, but now I'm gonna go with the triple Soulknife Spy, and for example, the Trample Pump spell will be a card I'm very happy to play in this deck. And usually I would maybe take the Displacer Beast, but I think this time it's gonna be the Bard. With triple Spy, I really want to, get the benefit from them. This thing, it's just not very good. I'm gonna take the Frost Giant. And still get the late Gnoll Hunters. Sure, let's take it over the you meet in a tavern. I don't think this deck cares about you meet in a tavern that much. I'm at 20 non-land playables here already. And the Thieves Tools came back. I'm so tempted to kind of splash for it, but it's not really a card you're splashing. Especially when you don't have any ways to splash cards. So I'll take the Spear Dagger because I think it is fairly reasonable sideboard card. Bard class I can just forget right away. It's not for limited at all. So does this pack has something good for me? Yes, it does. Well, I would actually in a heartbeat just pick the Evolving Wilds, but not when there's a Wizard class. This is the level 3 is just, one other way to win the late game. So yeah, I would like to have the mana fixing here, but it's gonna be the Wizard class. I have 16 creatures now. Okay, someone took the rarest dragon. Yeah, nice cards, but I'm actually very happy to pick the Bull Strength here. Usually not a card I would pick as pick number 2, but with triple Soulknife Spy, it's very good because not only you can make a supposed trade into, making this spy survive, but with a trample, I will also get to draw a card quite often. So very easy Bull Strength, and I think I would play another one too if I see it. Here, it's time to maybe take the Dryad. Feels like it. I have one of these investigators. This is a sideboard card against some bombs. I could sideboard the counterspell in, but the Neverwinter Dryad is the correct choice now. Just to get accelerate into this expensive stuff I have. I also want to have a bunch of creatures here because of the Wallow here to keep drawing cards whenever I happen to have it on the battlefield. Now, Dragon's Fire number, this is the third Dragon's Fire I'm passing in this draft, I think. So the person to my, and I passed the two other ones to my left, and this will be also passed to the same direction. So the person there will be pretty happy, I'm sure. But what is the peak here for me? Contact the other plane isn't kind of a consideration. The Displacer Beast, the only other thing that ventures is the dungeon map. So I don't think the beast is that important. I might like to have the one-off card draw here. Yeah, let's do that. But I do need to cut something now. More of these dragons happen. You happen on a glade. Now, the clever conjurer is also, good. It untaps lands for these expensive cards. So does the find the path works, but I think I still take the bull strength. Yeah, I'll take the bull strength. It's so good with the spy. Okay, well here, because I'm already in the I'm already going to cut a bunch of cards. I'm going to take mostly sideboard cards and the Ray of Frost. I could main deck it, but maybe with double Charmed Sleep it's not that important, but this is very good against red creatures, so let's take this maybe for the sideboard, and the same applies here. Wow, I could have gotten 3 of these guys. Okay, anyway, Ray of Frost to the sideboard. Very good stuff against a red deck. Now, if they have a bomb creature, do I want to have the bar the gate in my sideboard? I'm not gonna play the Sylvan Cephed. Another secret door. I might cut the first one also. Yeah, let's take the counter spell for the sideboard. And here, I think 20 gems. This is not a shortcut seeker deck, even with the bull strength. Now, I'll take the 20 gems here. I don't need another scaled herbalist either. Alright, you come to a river. I mean, you can make this Soulknife Spy unblockable and kind of just attack for 4, draw a card, but I think this is still more like a sideboard card. And do I want to have another 2-drop? Who knows? Maybe I want to play that instead of the Dryad. Not the Dryad, but the Scaled Herbalist, perhaps. Don't think I need it. I'm going to cut the Herbalist, and I think I'm going to cut the Secret Door. And that would be 24 cards, and with 16 creatures. I mean, this is definitely 17 lands and plus dungeon map deck. And plus the Neverwinter Dryad. I have a couple of ways to draw cards. I have very strong late game stuff here. I want to hit my land drops all the time. So the one last cut would be, I think it has to be the Shocking Grasp. Although it is quite good with the Spy too when the opponent... Let's see, I don't think I'm gonna need a third one of these, but still not interested in the Seeker. I can take the Dagger number 2. I mean, I guess I could sideboard 2 of those in. Yeah, the Clever Conjurer is also a card I might play. Let's see. Well, yeah, I think I cut already the cards. I'm not gonna consider in the main deck. There's nothing I want to actually have in the main deck, given that I still have 2 cuts to make. And I think the Sowing Grasp is still the least useful trick in here. And one more card. Now that I got the Clever Conjurer, which I quite like in this deck. Let's see the creature types. 2, okay, 7 elves. Now that is not ideal. How do I have so many elves? Oh, this thing is an elf. Oh, this is an elf too. Okay, because if you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type, I mean it's really enough that it shares one creature type and you don't get a copy. Well, that's awkward. That is awkward. I think I'm gonna cut one of the investigators. 7 elves is not great for Volo. Now I still have 10 other creatures than elves, but also have 4 wizards. So if I cut one elf wizard, I think I'm gonna do it just because of Volo. That is still 4 2-drops. Yeah, it's that on the low side, but what else am I gonna do here? I guess I could cut the contact other plane, but this is also best of 3 event, so I can have this low amount of 2-drops, and against decks that I know I need to have an early presence right away, I can cut, for example, the card draw and have some early drops here. Maybe I will try with this as the main deck. Yeah, I'll do that. And I will... Do I want to play 2 Charmed Sleeps? I guess I will. If the opponent has a lot of ways to get rid of enchantments, I will just, cut both of these in that case. But let's keep them in the main deck. Sadly, I got no mana fixing here. I have the double casters here. This gets me another green source. So it's gonna be a 9/8. I think it has to be 9 for islands because this thing counts as a forest. So assuming I have one forest already. So for the double casters, I have a couple of them. Yeah, it's not great. This is the reason I always want to have the evolving wilds or the uncommon land that for which you choose the color it produces, because 9-8 here is just not enough in my opinion. I would like to have a 9-9 to make sure I can have the green 2 drops and the blue 3 drops easily. But I guess when I saw the land, it wasn't just, there was something absolutely better in the pack to pick too. So let's hope the mana doesn't really fail me too badly. That's the main deck. Okay, I get to play here. And I don't have an awkward hand, so this is a decent keep here. Couple of 2 drops. Let's see if I have something for turn 4. Ranger's Hawk. Nothing yet. Don't have the mana for the jumped sleep. Okay, the opponent is going. Okay, well that's interesting. I do wanna. How do I do this? I kind of want to have some trades happen when I play the Froghemoth, because this exiles cards from the graveyard, and for creature cards this gets some counters. So I kind of want to offer a trade here. Let's just attack with these. Maybe they will block. That's the best news. So now I'm actually thinking that rather than have the Basilisk, I'll just have the Dryad and set up for the Froghemoth, which can, and then I can play on turn 4. It can eat this, because I don't think they can have a 3 mana card that is going to, unless they have the plus, the 5 damage to an attacker thing, but they don't. That is a crazy bomb. Do I have an answer for that? Well, I need to raise them now, which is possible with the Froghemoth, unless they have a removal for it. But we will see it very soon. It takes some time for the Paladin class to actually, do its thing. And now if they equip and make the torch happen, yeah, basically if they have a removal on this, and they could have the white aura, for example. That only makes the treasure for them. Okay. So I can even double spell. No, yeah, I can, because I can play a blue and a green card here. So they go to 11. I get to do this thing. Yeah, no, nothing to exile. Then I get to play. If the Conjurer survives, I get to even play the Charmed Sleep if I find something worth. Yeah, well that is... Yeah, that's not great, but I still have to Charmed Sleep it, but the problem is this is gonna give +2/+0. So this is a 4-power creature that's gonna adventure, but I do know I can Charmed Sleep this and attack for a bunch here, but yeah, I can raise them still, but it's not great. Actually with this it's a lot better, because now I can Charmed Sleep and attack also with the Conjurer. So I will put them to 3 life. Other option is to untap the island and play the Arcane Investigator. I don't think it's that important. This is what I want to do here. And hopefully because this is now that they are not gonna trade with the Basilisk here. So they are at 3 now. And all I need to do is to survive this turn, and hopefully they don't have anything too good for my next turn. They get a token here. This thing has trample. So let's see what's there next. Wooding Ogre. So they are gonna get the double block happen. That's not great. I'm gonna lose my Behemoth. Okay. I needed the trample trick actually. I can't beat them anymore. I guess they have... Because they can... Well, they must... Let's see how it goes. If I attack with all, they must block... Yeah, I guess they will block the basilisk. They jump this conjurer. I get to... I think this is my option. I mean, I have to trade with the ogre. They will take one trample damage there. And they go for that, so that's fine, I guess. Because now they are at 1. And I get to still do this. I get to gain life. Did I? Did that work that way? I think I'm able to gain life. Well, whatever. I don't actually recall how much life did I have. So now if I get the trample trick, for example, that will work. They still need 3 blockers because all my guys are lethal. They do have that free equip on this thing. And they can easily, but they can't attack unless they can also have 2 ways to either block or... well, let's see what happens. The next thing they're gonna have, they could go to Dark Pool, which gives them 1 life. Or a counter, but if they get 1 life, that... Okay, look at this. Opponent has 2 of the, maybe the best build around uncommon or signpost uncommons. So now if they go to Dark Pool, they actually will survive. They have to go to Dark Pool, yep. Because they have only 2 blockers, but... This should be it, unless the 1 card in there is going to save them. This is exactly lethal. If they take that, they have to take the 2 power guy. Unless they have a card here, which works for them. If they do, well then, I did all I could. Okay, that was tough, but I have to win either the next game or the game after that still. So double Bruenor is very annoying when my removal is, aura based. Well, the Ray of Frost will work against that deck surely. And well, that's really good news actually. Shocking Grasp. What do I want to do here? But I need to cut first of all 2 cards. Seems like the Investigator is just not going to hold its... I mean, it's really not great against these cards. They have 2-1. The Blue Dragon is expensive, but... Wow, I think the Wizard class, or maybe actually the Conduct, the other plane. That might be too slow here. Let's lose that. I still keep the Wallow here. And if I want to play something like a Shocking Grasp or the Bounce Spell, it's not bad against the equipment, but it's not really that great. I have a bunch of these auto-based removal, though I don't need a lot of bounce here. I think I'd like to have the Shocking Grasp, but maybe I just want to have the Wizard class as the kind of card drawing thing here still, and yeah, okay, let's do it like this. No, hell, I can't keep this. That's just not... Oh, come on. So can this win if I draw lands? Well, this can win if I draw lands like a back to back to back. Going to 5 is pretty miserable, and this hand has potential. And I'm on the draw. If I basically have to draw 2 cards in the next 2 lands in the next 3 draw steps. That, or I go to 5. I think I like my chances better. Because if the Conjurer survives, I can also play a 4-drop, and I can even play my Wallow there. The cut, though, I think it's the Charmed Sleep. I don't have the... Although if I draw 1 island and the cut... Well, whatever. Let's see what happens. Alright, I kind of forgot they have that. Well, great draw. That is perfect for me now. But Paladin class, that is very tough. Okay, look at this. I actually drew the lands, so I'm in the game. I just hope they didn't have the Paladin class. At least they don't have a creature yet. And I keep on drawing the lands. This is so fantastic. I can't really leave this guy to block. Okay, so now I definitely wish I kept the Charmed Sleep, but I suppose I have 3 other auras that can lock it down. So this is a Gnome Wizard. This is an Elf Bard. So if I play this Human Wizard, yeah, this will get a copy. I will get a copy from the Volo, from the Inspiring Bard here. So they are just gonna get to. There's not much to do about it. They will get to do the ventures there. I will try to hope to. It would be very tempting. Wow, I actually drew 4 lands in a row, which is good news in this hand. So what I can do is play Volo, and now it would be a bit tempting to play the Bard. I could actually attack with this both, and then you know, this will trigger. But I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna have 2 Bards coming up. I don't need to untap anything. I'll take the 4 damage from there and hope they don't kill the Volo. If I just can get 1 additional Bard, that could. Oh, come on. Well, it's a lot harder now to try to raise. Man, I really wished. Well, I still have a chance. But would have been a lot better if I was able to. Do they have another drop? Oh, that would be annoying. That would be annoying. They have something for 2 mana, that's for sure. Oh man, my first 5 draw steps were all lands. I think that starts to be enough. I mean, I don't need more anymore. That's really how it goes. All right, so I'm gonna want to trigger the pack tactics. So either they jump or take 7. And now that they took it, it's very good because the bull strength can actually give me the victory here still. They're gonna attack with this. They're gonna go to storeroom or dark pool. Bull strength might give me the victory. I do have to remember that Paladin class makes my spells cast 1 more on their turn. So this is the reason this shows 3 mana for this thing now, even though it's a 2 mana spell, as you can see here. But I'm actually, well, let's see. I wish this survived. I mean, I would have 2 bards here now. That would be great. Well, let's see what is their choice. They get to counter on the 2/1/1, I guess. No jump blocking, please. And let's see what they have. The Gnoll Hunter will. Okay, they have enchantment removal in their deck. That is bad. Now they get to gain life. They still don't have enough ways to deal with the Gnoll Hunter. Oh, don't remove it. Oh, come on. Oh man, they just have it. Have it all, so called. Well, I have some options here. I can tap this thing. No, actually tap this thing and then attack for 5. But I think I have to tap the Dwarfhold Champion. Maybe I hope they will double block and then I can use the Bull Strength. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna hope to achieve here. Yeah, that is the best outcome for me. No, and then, come on. That is not so great because Bull Strength isn't actually gonna do anything here. Oh god. Oh man. I mean, I would have been able to save my guy, but this would have not died. Okay, so let's do this. And then, I mean, if I draw other Bull Strength or the Inspiring Bard, I think I still could win. It really depends on... Oh. It's not made easy for me. Opponents' plays are so insane, but I need to draw something non-land here. Well, that's... that works. Oh man, this is so insane actually. I mean, the opponent's draws are insane, but so are mine. So are mine. There's no point. They can equip, yeah, there's no point in using the bull strength. I can use it on the next turn, hope to win with it somehow, but they still have stuff. I still need help here. That's... Oh, well, you know what? You know what thing about trample and death touch? But oh, this will only have... It will only trample 2 damage. Oh, man. Well, I will definitely just attack here. I'm not gonna let them attack with the Chaos Channeler here. So I'm gonna... If they double block, I mill. They have 5 damage coming up, so that I need to just do it like this. Same thing as if they just block with. Well, okay, anyway, that happens, and then I have this thing. And then... they have 1 life too many. Because this trample with death touch is of course gonna give... Well, let's see. If they attack and draw a card and then they don't have anything to play... they get to draw a card. Oh, that's what I'd like to see. Oh, this is actually good. I mean, they get to draw a card, but I'm winning here now. Right. I'm exactly gonna win. I take 3 and I'm not dying here. So close games. This is insane. Both games I won with, you know, these kind of pump effects. Okay. That was quite something, wasn't it? The funny thing is that they played around by making those double blocks and all that. They kind of played around tricks, but then they stopped playing around the +2 power trick for some reason. Oh, come on. Another mulligan. Well, these are double casters both, but what can you do here? Not a lot. The blue dragon. I mean, if I draw the double blue for the frost giant, I might as well keep the blue dragon there. So let's do this and just hope to, I don't know, draw the nut somehow. That is good. And I guess, well, I suppose I need only 1 island and that's it. Yeah. Do they play something that I want to jump block? No, I don't need to jump block that. Let's just get the forest. Hopefully draw a non, either an island or a spell. Not a forest. Don't be a forest. Well, it's a spell, not a useful one. So for next turn, I definitely need an island, or well, basically not a forest, and not another bull strength either. Oh, didn't I just say? Not a bull strength? Wow. I guess I have to pay back my good draws now I had in the previous game. I don't know. But this is just a complete non-game based. I mean, I guess forest could have also been drawn, but there weren't a lot of... Are you kidding me? I'm drawing a combination of forests and bull strengths here. I mean, these are the only cards that really make me lose here. Wow. I didn't even draw the island there, so this is actually not gonna work. They have too much attackers. Even though the bull strength allows this to survive, but... Come on. That was really awkward. For example, if I drew this at any point, the attack just, you know, they get held back. Then I drew an island for this. The blue dragon would come and... Yeah, well, you know what would have happened if I drew something there. I don't know if there was any cards in this... What else cards were bad draws than the bull strength and forests? I mean, every other card Maybe this would have been with one island I played this, but at least on the following turn I could use it to draw 2 cards. This allows me to venture and scry. This is double blue. Okay, I guess the Charmed Sleep would have been other card that doesn't work. But yep. Okay, so they have those lifelinkers, they have the 2/3s. What does that mean for the investigator? Doesn't fare that well against the 2/3s, but it does trade with the lifelinker. Shocking Grasp. Do I want to cut anything? I think I don't. Don't think I do. So okay, let's try to see if I can have an actual game here by, you know, having reasonable draws. Maybe even keep a 7-card hand. Who knows? Maybe that's a thing. Oh, well. Again, it comes back to haunt me. Like I always say, I want to have my Evolving Wilds because I hate to keep these kind of hands. This would be an okay hand, not an amazing, but an okay hand if I had an island in here. Now, if I keep this, I have to pray to draw an island or be potentially just completely. Yeah, I will go to 6 here. I don't want to gamble on drawing specifically an island. Now, this is not great, but it's better than the previous hand and definitely better than the hand I had in game 1. At least the opponent also went to 6, so maybe it's okay. Okay, that's not so bad if there's any kind of stall, which can happen with when you have this 4/5 ward creature. Also, that allows me to play. Okay, well, okay, now I can do actually the thing with the spy with the bard. Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. Unless they have the 3 mana black removal on this, which they could, of course, with Venture. Okay, they did not. So this is exactly what I wanted to happen. I get to... Oh, they have something. Although they didn't attack... Well, let's see. If they have the, you know, the 5 damage turn attacker, that would be awkward. But let's see what they do have. Well, I mean, now I'm a bit surprised they didn't attack with this thing. But whatever. I mean, I'm happy they didn't. Okay, now this thing is really awkward with the stuff they have there. Now, am I going to... I want to have my Frost Giant, but I guess the 3/3 is good enough to block around, so... Let's give it some boost and attack for 5 now. But yeah, the second level here is... it's really awkward. If they have... I mean, they have a bunch of life gain, I know. Okay, I just am unable to... Well, I'm actually gonna do this and attack for 6. I want to play the map at some point, but not really now when I can do this. They don't have anything to return with this now. Okay, I get to play my Frost Giant, so they have a plan to block somehow. Well, I guess they can just block and then use the Cleric class, but... Okay, that's got killed, right. I don't care about that. If their last card does something, no, they just want to return it, which is okay. They get 1 counter because they will get... Oh, Manticore. Well, that makes sense also. That does make sense, but now they have the Frost Giant to deal with. Well, I'm gonna Charmed Sleep that thing too. So they're gonna planning on double blocking. Well, I'm gonna say... No, not gonna work. And I have the Knoll Hunter. Otherwise I could have played the dungeon map into the Charmed Sleep there. But now I of course want to play the Knoll Hunters because it will also trigger pack tactics. Okay, that's gonna get them... I'm sure they're gonna get life there, because then they will grow one of their things. Mad Mage, gaining life, gaining a counter. That's not enough to actually kill the Rhyme Shield. But the Knoll Hunter doesn't do that great anymore. I'm a bit surprised they chose not to give the counter to the gargoyle, because now my frost giant can. I mean, they could have made this thing a 1/5. Yeah, well, they did not. Am I gonna venture first? Am I gonna attack with the Gnoll Hunter at all? It would trade with the Manticore. I guess when it trades with the Manticore, it's easier for this Frost Giant to keep on attacking. They do get a card back. It will target any creature. They will gain some life and blah 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 blah. I suppose I will trade here. I will trade here, or at least I mean I'm assuming they're gonna trade here with the Manticore. And I need to, because they can still make this, 5 toughness. So I think I have to go for the dungeon that allows me to get a +1/+1 counter for the Frost Giant. I could go for the Annihilation here too, but the Scry is also valuable, so let's do it. Yeah, bye bye. Because the thing is, they can return a creature, then they will gain life, and then they get to give a counter to something, and they will give it to the gargoyle, and then I no longer can attack here. Okay, let's venture then. 1/1. Better than Treasure, I think. I have some card draw in the deck, so whatever, let's do this. No reason to attack. Next turn I can attack with the 5/6. They have 6 power there, oh man. So I get to kill 2 of them. I will maybe have to wait for the pump spell. I really did. I guess it wasn't that unlikely for them to draw a 3-mana card there, but oh man. So attacking here will allow me to kill the Dungeoneer and the Manticore. They are very far away from completing the dungeon, so this thing isn't gonna be that. I mean, I guess I will take the. I will get 2 for 1 here. This is the best value I can see here. I can also attack with the 1/1, because if they block the 1/1, then they can't kill the Frost Giant. So if they eat the 1/1 and then jump block the Frost Giant with something, I'm happy about that. So I actually assume the 1/1 goes through here. And the gargoyle can survive. So like this. I do have a venture every turn. That's no joke, of course. But I'm kind of annoyed that. Okay, well, that is something that makes me not venture. Okay, they haven't played their cards. Are they removal? Well, that's good too. Let's first see what they are gonna plan on doing. This could be just a victory. Well, let's see if I can find my pump spell here. Scrying. Now the Basilisk is good. Well, this Dried won't be kept, that's for sure. But the Basilisk isn't that bad, but do I want to give myself a chance to just draw something better? I guess I'm gonna do that. Okay. That is a good one. And well, it's not. Actually, I'm gonna do this because I'm not gonna play the hasty guy now post combat. Let's draw a card. And drop a land. So they had, of course. Okay, they get to. Ah, come on. come on. We here with all the... what is this? This is blockable by the gargoyle. That is problem, and now they get to... Alright. It's not really... Do I want to work my way towards the 4/4 Death Toucher, or just go for the scries and counters and all that? I feel like the scry is still what I want to do here. Oh, come on, how many lands can it be there? I'm not even sure if I want to play this. I want to keep it as a surprise of some kind, maybe. What does 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 12? That's 14 lands. I have 3 left in my top. That's 5, so top 12, top 13 cards. Only 3 lands left. So I could play this, but it's not gonna do anything. But they're gonna start attacking with this thing. I think I will leave the hasty creature here for now. But it's time for the opponent to also draw some lands. And they get to scry now. I think it's scry for... No, treasure token, okay. Okay, with 11 mana I can do it all that stuff, so... Let's venture... Make a 1/1, who knows, maybe it's relevant. With this I can actually start venturing more. So let's do this. And have the broken mode now. I can venture multiple times per turn. And there's no attacks because of the 1/5, and then next turn I get a counter again on the broken mode. Let's hope they don't get removal on that thing. They do get to scry too. That doesn't do anything immediately. Top and bottom, okay. And then... Well, that... okay, of course. Of course. Well, that was one of the 3 lands I had in the top 13 cards. I'm very happy to have drawn it, I suppose. So I need this just in order to be able to attack with... No, it can't even attack. Okay. Okay then. Draw a card. Maybe the pump spell finally. Maybe that thing. So I'm going to play it because I'm going to sacrifice a 1/1 on this turn. So they have the 5 power there. I can't attack with the Froghemoth, but I can attack with the 1/1. Maybe with both. Are they taking 1 through? They could take 1 through. It's very important for me to cast this thing right now. I'm gonna attack with them both. So now I still have 2, you know, 2 of those pump spells that give trample, which are pretty good for the purple worm here. But they get to, I mean, yet the fact they got the plan, yeah, this might not be enough anymore. They get too much jump blockers I need, even if the 1 trample won't be going actually. Yeah, I'm dying in a couple of attacks here now. That's probably not enough. So, again scry and get the trample thing, please. That is good, but... I don't have the time for that. I need to... Well, I can draw and I can play and draw the cards, right? I have the mana for that, so... yeah, I suppose. So the Froghemoth can be blocked with multiple creatures, but it's fine if I now get to... I have only 2 turns, I think, and they get to go for the Scry. Oh man, and they have cards in their hand. This is really bad. I will attack with justice. I might need to. I think I'm losing this game now. I mean, this is so awkward. This is so awkward. I drew all these lands and they drew the. I mean, I had my dragon here, and I had my removal there too, but they just still. They still were able to. I mean, come back to this game, and they have still 3 cards in their hand. Yeah, Grim Wanderer, sure. Can they attack for the win here? I have only 3 blockers. No, they are not gonna do that. So they get to have a Scry 3 now, and then on the next turn they get the Mad Wizard's Lair, and this will fly and all that. So I know. Okay, so in these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in here are 2 pump spells with trample. There's 1. Storeroom is gonna give me a counter. So if they're gonna block with the Priest of Ancient Lore, I'm gonna win. That's all assuming they don't have anything. This doesn't actually do anything, so I'm going to venture, get a counter or something. Oh, I could also go for the Dark Pool here, actually. Shouldn't have maybe done. Yeah, Dark Pool is better, right? It's a guaranteed 1 damage. I should have left that for post-combat. That is surely true. So I can draw a card, but no, I'm gonna attack with everyone. And I can only hope that they block in a way that the 2-1, no, they know what they're doing. I could give a trample trick for them. Is this gonna be enough though? It's gonna be... Okay, this is enough if they have exactly nothing. We will see now. Because that's 7+1. Okay. That was a close game. I had to win that also because I lost the game 1 because I had a friggin' non-game there. Non-game there. Okay, so... Manticore... Grim Wanderer. Close the gag. I don't think I have any enchantment or artifact removal in here. Dungeon map really went the distance there. With that amount of lands I had, that was... Oh, I also had the Volo there. I never drew it. Anyway, this was pivotal to my victory there. Am I going to play like the Polymorph, Ray of Frost, Bounce Spells? What do I want to do? Shocking Grasp against the Lifelinker somehow. But is there something I can cut or should cut? Arcane Investigator, perhaps. If I cut in, yeah, that's not very good against the 1-3 they have. I think I will play like I could play a Ray of Frost, but I am tempted to play the Shocking Grasp, maybe get some additional value from my Soulknife spies when they try to trade. There's nothing I can do about the 5 damage to an attacker things they have though. Well, I'm gonna do this anyway. Okay, a playable starting hand. No 2-drop, but I don't have a lot of 2-drops here, so it's not a big deal. But I have the spy into this bard. Unless they have one of the, of course, the 5 damage removal spells. They have no black mana, but they have that, which is of course good. Resolve that thing. Okay, so... Okay, land was good. So let's see if they're gonna tap out for a creature or not. They are. So they will double block if I attack, that is for sure. That is for sure. They are not gonna attack with the priest. Okay, with the charmed sleep. I guess I can take the 2 for 1. I can just make it the 5-4. Yeah, it's good value. I will have a use for the bull strength anyway later on. So now they have to either double block, jump block, or take the damage and give me the card. No, that's fine. Dungeon map helps me cast the blue dragon. Oh, they have still no mana. Well, neither do I, but I have which one? I guess the conjurer could be. But they are missing over there. Okay, they are missing land drops. That's not good for them at all. So they might be killing here something. They might have the 5 damage to an attacker. In that case, I will actually not attack with the conjurer. Then I can get the purple worm here. Okay, they have nothing, which is also, you know, kind of fine. I can do this. I can do this. Who knows? Maybe I will want to use it for some reason. It's pretty telling what I have, but I suppose it doesn't matter if they. Well, you know what? In the end, the game one was completely. I mean, I had mulligan to 6 and then had very weird draws. So I mean, it's not really nice that this thing works the way it does, but it kind of evens it out. It was a complete non-game from me. Okay, they gave me the purple worm now. That's fantastic. That's most likely a game over. Especially given all the stuff I have in my hand. They just have nothing. Okay. So game 1 and game 3 were non-games, kind of split evenly between the players. Okay, play first. Oh, I have a playable hand. With the clever conjurer I might have a turn for Frost Giant, but I might also go for the spy, but let's see what is their early play. Okay, they start with a 1-drop. This will get counters when they play 2 spells a turn. Okay, that is a 1-drop, 2-drop start. So I have no pump effect, so I'm just gonna play the conjurer here. It's gonna also, you know, threaten to block these things. And if I draw a land, I can play the Frost Giant here. Okay, are they gonna get something with that thing? The drop. Okay. Definitely not playing the spy anytime soon here. I just draw land. If I don't, I will cast this. Okay, that's a lot better. Good. So they don't actually have a target for this thing, and I have no reason to play the spy for as long as this is in their hand. And that thing has ward 3. I don't think they can use anything for 1 mana for it. Okay, so I'm actually 1 mana short from the blue dragon here. If I attack, yeah, they're gonna have. Well, actually, I could get a 2 for 1. Do I want that? Probably not. If I took, so let's say they block with the Hexblade and Moonblessed Cleric. Am I happy with that? I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna play this main phase because I could still play a 2-mana spell, which I have in the deck. So let's do it. Scry. Spice is just not necessary what I need here. They kill the first one with this and the second one they're gonna block. Okay, I suppose I don't need either of them. Sadly. Now I didn't keep the land by with a reason because I'm gonna draw lands anyway. That's just, you know, how it goes. Okay, with this let's see, Chrome Wizard, Giant Warrior, Human Wizard, Elf Rogue. So I get 2 of these guys with YOLO. Why do I say YOLO? Because the V looks like a Y. That's the reason. Are they gonna give the Frost Giant a -2/-2? That would be funny. They give that thing. Okay. They wanna scry or something. They're gonna gain a life, of course, for this time. Kind of forgot. That is a thing. Delver's Torch. Alright, alright. Well, I can always Charmed Sleep it, but I can, if I draw land, I can do something better. And I think the first thing is to get 2 of these spies here. Because let's see. Human Wizard. There's nothing, no creatures here. Giant Warrior. Gnome Wizard. Elf Rogue. So this will copy the creature spell. If it doesn't share anything that is on my battlefield or in my graveyard. So let's do this. And then I can use the dragon and make their blockers bad. Now if they're gonna use the Delver's Torch on the Unicorn, I think I'm just gonna trade with it. Then I can Charmed Sleep some other stuff. And then I play the dragon, which, you know what, will be copied. Or they do this main phase. Do they not understand it has flash? That would have been a lot better for them if they realized it has flash. Because... But yeah, I will get 2 dragons, which is quite funny. Should be enough to win the game. So am I going to... What am I gonna do here? I could still kill it by double blocking. They can only kill one. Okay, yeah, of course, I will kill it because they can only kill the giant or the card drawer. So, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so this is the insane turn. Couple of dragons. So this, and then I can do it the other way around. I could have maybe chose them a bit better, but oh well. 2 cards please, or you jump block a bunch of stuff. And then I have these 10 power of flyers, of course. And the frog emote even. Alright. Which will be copied. Because I don't have frogs or horrors. Basilisk will be copied. Yeah, this Volo is just... yeah, the V really looks like a Y to me. Anyway, Volo is not a fair card. Not at all. They can make a treasure or make some of my guys unable to attack. And if they attack, I'm gonna kill them, yeah. Alright, so now have a bunch of options. I'm not sure if I would want to show this frog emote, but I guess this is just the way to win right now. So let's do it. They take 10 and then that's enough, you know. Don't even have to untap. I don't have to use the bull strength here, but that's gonna be enough. No matter what. Alright. So black and white. Well, I guess it has like a equipment venturing, some life gain synergy. Not really a whole lot of stuff for me to sideboard. Maybe the investigator is something. No, it can still trade with a bunch of things. Spear dagger, probably. Yeah, there's not a lot of one toughness stuff in there. So I don't think anything here is particularly interesting. Maybe like a shocking grasp. But if I wanted to cut actually something like the investigator, which I probably don't want to. So yeah, let's keep the same deck. And classic, great hand if I draw a land in 3 draw steps, and that is likely enough. It is around 50%, 25. It's like 10% because it's like a 15 out of 33. Then it's 15. Well, I mean over 10% maybe slightly, but less than 20 to miss. I mean to miss. So the likelihood to draw it is almost 90%. At least I did draw a 2-drop. So maybe I can trade with some of the... Oh, they... Look at this. They had a black and white deck. Now they have a red and green and white in a draft. That's interesting. Let's see if I draw the third one now. So they go into which dungeon? So this mountain forest and plain star. This is interesting. Okay, they gain life. And I did draw the land. Lucky me. I can attack here, definitely. No reason not to. They're gonna block it. Most likely because it's gonna be 0-4 for so long. Why would they want to keep it up? But who knows, maybe they take 2. I'm not gonna... I guess they could have like some hasty creature, but that is incredibly unlikely. So, oh, they take the 2 here. Well, that's fantastic. The spy isn't gonna go through, so I'll play the conjurer here. Then I can maybe even play the Frogmoth if I draw land, but then I can play the dungeon map. Okay, they really sideboarded into something a little bit different. Maybe they kind of cut the black and added a mix of red and green somehow, but it's a draft, not sealed deck, so how do they have the... Oh. Look at this. They have 74 cards in their deck. I have no clue what's going on. But now that I drew the Inspiring Bard, I should definitely play this because maybe next turn. So they're playing with every card in there. I didn't actually check the deck size in the game 1, but this seems like they have every card in their deck. Am I gonna lose here still? Do they have the precipitous drop? Yeah, okay, this is funny. I didn't actually pay attention to their deck in game 1, but I think it was like a black and white. So maybe they just play this for fun, I don't know. But I no longer can attack very profitably with the Soulknife Spy. So I can double block that thing if I want to. Well, I definitely don't. I guess I could trade with the Spy. I mean, that's probably the best I can do here. So double blocking with the Knoll Hunter and the Spy. Although the Knoll Hunter can... Okay, no blocks. I actually have a better idea, because I can make this go to 3-3. Now, well, that's more options, but I guess I... Let's see. Let's see. I feel like I'll just still play the Inspiring Bard. And give a +2/+2 to the Knoll Hunter or the Soulknife Spy, maybe. The Spy will trade with the Goblins. This will get... Okay, fine. Let's do it like this. And... Okay, that's fine. They can also jump block the Spy and trade with the Knoll Hunter with the Swarming Goblins, which is fine. But I think the Gargoyle is gonna just block the Knoll Hunter. And that's fine for me. And I could untap something, no point. Next turn I could play the Purple Worm. I mean, they have a pretty good set of draws here considering their deck, and they have all the basic lands there. Devoted Paladin is otherwise good, but it's not really good enough here now. I have blockers for all the stuff. They can do that, and I think I'm gonna double block. 4 damage, they can't kill them both, so let's get rid of that guy. I guess they could kill the Conjurer, but actually they even didn't. And I wouldn't care that much, because I'm bound to draw lands at some point anyway. So, here, just play the Froghemoth, I think. It will trade with the Paladin, but so what? Knoll Hunter becomes a 4/4. That's great. And then that can actually start attacking through all that stuff they have. So I guess they just did this for a joke, and in the game one had an actual black-white deck. But they haven't had that bad draws here. They drew all the colors. Okay, 1/3, yeah. So I think... I hope I just draw a land. I did. So I should attack with both of these guys and play the Purple Worm. They can triple block the Conjurer, but I don't actually care. I get a counter on the Hunter here. And if they triple block it, they will lose both tokens. They can also just, block this with like that. And now a creature will die anyway, and that's the important part for the Purple Worm. And I think this should be pretty much wrap now. funny thing by the opponent. I'm not sure, well, I'm pretty sure they didn't have this kind of deck in the game one. So, yeah, let's just... Guess I'll just attack with all. And then I will play the dungeon map and an Arcane Investigator. They don't even block the 2/3 here. That's like a... Why? They should at least block with that. Because I had a... Yeah, they had 2 things that could block the 2/3 there. Okay, so that is game over then. Don't even bother with the dragon here. I mean, they can still block the... It's not exactly game over, but I'll just end of turn draw some cards. There's no point playing any more creatures here. This is gonna be game over. But yeah, they had so many lands they flooded out here, but that's what happens when you play with all your cards. Alright, so... Well, I suppose a couple of close matches, and I managed to win them all, and this is my second traditional trophy in this set, which is, this is my traditional draft number 15, I think, and only my second trophy, so... Well, at least it came, and the deck was pretty funny. So the draft, I was going to blue-black in blue-black, but then I got I passed the green dragon, but then I got the Volo. Volu, and I was like, okay, I guess this has to be green-blue. And the first big meteor spam never really got to happen because red wasn't really that open. But yeah, deck was pretty decent. I didn't sadly get to do the the thing with the Soulknife Spy attack with these, have a bull strength up. I don't think I ever got to do that, but this is regardless a very good card, and I think it was worth playing the bull strength card because of them. And of course, it's just not an unplayable card. It's a mediocre trick, but when you can get some additional value, like combining with these kind of things, it's certainly more worthwhile to add into the deck. Also, these are very good with the purple worm because this thing ends up getting jump blocked with low toughness creatures, small creatures in general quite often, and then you can just deal a bunch of trample damage with this. But yeah, let's take the price here, and next event will be my final sealed deck event of Forgotten Realms, because sealed deck will also cease to exist after this week when I'm recording this. I'm recording this a couple of days before it gets published, I think, and then I will play a sealed deck event, and then I will continue with both of those draft formats, traditional and premier drafts. So I will see you in the next event. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.